YouTube? We're back with another video, and today on the channel we have something a little bit different. This series on the channel is going to be me rating a whole bunch of things, whether that's characters from TV shows, storylines from TV shows or movies, pizza toppings, drinks, snacks, literally anything, okay? If you guys know, we're gonna start off a little bit strong here. A lot of people don't like Elena, right? However, that is not the case for me. For me, Elena is going to be number one. You need to leave! And I'm going to explain to you why I believe that, okay? Everybody hates Elena, okay? If you don't hate Elena, you're probably like in the, I don't know, top percent of people who don't hate Elena, because 90% of people, they don't like this girl. But let's be honest, after season 5 or whatever season, also, I'm not gonna lie, I've watched Vampire Diaries at least 5 times, okay? I started watching it in middle school, and every couple of years, I rewatch it just to get the feeling again, you know? I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna be honest, they should have ended the season after Elena went to sleep. I'm gonna be honest.
Fair enough.
After Elena went to sleep, the show started doing anything. The only good storyline that Elena was not in was the Heretics, and then even that, after Lily died, the show started being literally anything.com. Like, let's be honest, you guys can't lie. Matt became a cop. Matt started yapping. He started, like, overly hating vampires. I don't know what that was about. I mean, he's always hated vampires, but, like, Matt just got seriously annoying after Elena went to sleep. Let's start with that. So, basically, I feel like Elena is very overly hated, right? And I'm not gonna lie, she is. Let's be realistic here. If Elena did not exist, you guys would have no Vampire Diaries. I'm just being honest. Klaus would have never came to Mystic Falls. Y'all wouldn't have had the originals because you wouldn't know who Klaus was. Okay? She carried the show and the storylines, as I just said. After she disappeared, they started doing anything. The whole Hell and like Siren storyline, scrap it. No. After Elena left the show, it started doing anything. First of all, she was judged way too hard. Like, she lost her parents, first of all. That was like the first season. Her parents literally drowned in the bridge, and then she got saved. But I'm not gonna lie, she lost her parents. Everybody was like, oh my god, she's always whining, she's always crying. Her parents died and drowned, and she somehow survived something she shouldn't have survived. Like, obviously she's gonna cry. I would cry too. Would you guys not cry if you survived an accident your parents died in? Even her uncle died. Like her mom died, her adopted mom died, then her birth mom died. Like, bro, this girl literally was the most interesting person in the entire show. I'm not like, I mean, I guess you could say Catherine, but like, let's be realistic. Oh, also, Catherine is not in this one. Let me know if you want another part with Catherine, and then we'll keep all the characters on the same tier list. I'll just add things on if that makes sense. Hopefully that makes sense. But anyway, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't like Catherine either. You can fight me about that. A lot of people are like, oh my god, I love Catherine. Let's be realistic. Catherine is evil and she is a devil reincarnated. That girl is evil and she only cares about herself. The first time that Bonnie attempted to save the entire town, by the way, literally probably like a 15, 16-year-old girl still doing this. She learned that she was a witch. She took her grams. They went to the what do you call that? Bro, what was that called? Y'all know what I'm talking about. It's not the tunnel. It's like under like the Lockwood cellar thing or whatever. The tombs! The freaking tombs! They tried to open the tombs to see if Catherine was in there. Catherine was not in there. Obviously, they had to do it because Damon was losing his mind. By the way, we'll definitely get to Damon too, because don't get me wrong, Damon was also an a-hole in this show too. Okay, nobody's getting spared in this. Yeah, the only time that Bonnie actually said no was when it was like that little clock thing that detected like vampires, and they were having like that town festival, and then like, I think Damon almost died or something. But let's be realistic. You can't blame her for that, okay? She was tired of vampires. The whole town was tired of vampires. Like, a whole bunch of stuff kept happening because of vampires, okay? Let Matt tell it. I mean, everything probably happened because of vampires. By the way, Matt was actually losing his mind in the later seasons too. We'll definitely get to him. She sacrificed herself multiple times, and even her own grams. Her grandma died because of Damon, by the way, who she later became best friends with. She didn't hold that against Elena. She might have held it for like a little bit, which, can you blame her? I mean, that's literally why she died, okay? But granted, Damon was going to probably start killing people in the town if he didn't get to see if Catherine was in there, so yeah. But yeah, she sacrificed herself and her grams multiple times to literally save the entire town that didn't give like 2 craps about Bonnie Bennett. Also, all of the times that Bonnie died, who was the main person trying to save her? Elena, hello. In best storylines, any storyline that had Bonnie in it or Bonnie's magic, top tier, okay? Let's see. The next person is damonsalvatore. Yes, Damon is number 3 for me, only because he has top tier humor. He made the show a little bit funnier. I feel like if there was no Damon, the show would just be straight drama. So there's that. He often had easy solutions. However, they backfired sometimes, okay? Sometimes he would kill somebody and then, you know, it would go downhill. But most of the time he had easy solutions. Even though they were a little violent and, you know, they didn't really do it sometimes. I feel like if they did it Damon's way, a lot of the seasons wouldn't have been dragged on, but then we would have no show. So there's that. Damon usually did what needed to be done. I don't know if y'all remember Tyler's uncle, but Damon actually took him out, and then the uncle came back and was friends the 3rd time that he came back. I don't know what that was about, okay? If somebody killed me, I would definitely not be working on my meditation skills. I don't know. But yeah, anyway, he made situations worse sometimes, but again, I feel like his humor carried the show, and I feel like him along with Elena and Bonnie, they kind of carried the show, so he's number 3 for me. Also, he's an original rage baiter, so I feel like he started rage baiting, so yeah, and it was pretty useful sometimes. So yeah, anyway, next character, I hope y'all like these pictures, okay? But the number 4 is stefansalvatore, Damon's brother. He often saved the idiots, you know, he was saving Damon a lot of the time, so anytime something would go wrong, pretty much hero hair would come through and save the day.
I should be upstairs grooming my hero hair.
I'm not gonna lie, I feel like Stefan was the reasonable brother until like season 3 or 4. I don't know, after Elena left Stefan, he kind of went off the rails. Like, it's like he didn't care about anything. He pretty much turned into like a less awful version of Damon, if that makes sense. I don't know what that was about. Stefan's like personality kind of like did a whole 360 after Elena left him. I don't know what that was about. Anyway, Catherine still wanted him. He could have just went to Catherine, but she's the devil. I don't blame him. Anyway, he was often delusional about situations. I'm not gonna lie, sometimes Stefan was losing it. He would just suggest they do something like, okay, say somebody kidnapped Elena, right? This would be Stefan. Let's just go ask for her back. No, Stefan, that's not gonna work. That's not gonna work. No, okay? Started being less delusional in later seasons. I will say, in the later seasons, Stefan actually did what needed to be done sometimes. He was pretty much, you know, I'm just gonna go do it. I don't care about the repercussions, but I feel like that was him spiraling because Elena left him, so there's that, okay? Number 5 is Tyler Lockwood. I'm gonna be honest, I forgot Tyler Lockwood was a character after a certain point. He disappeared for like 1 or 2 seasons, and you would hear him here and there, but I pretty much forgot he existed. He's only 5 because I didn't want to put Matt number 5 because I literally hate Matt, I'm gonna be honest. And I know like a lot of people are like, oh, the Matt hate is overrated. No, it's not. Matt, no, it's not. It's really not. I'll explain why. When he was there, he was angry or nonchalant. A lot of the times, oh, he had that storyline with Liv. That wasn't too bad. He's still number 5 though. What did Tyler really add to the show? What did he, like, does anybody know?
Nope.
What did Tyler add to the show? The only time that he was really funny to me was when he retired to Klaus. That's pretty much it. Caroline Forbes. If you guys know from what I said earlier, I do not like Caroline Forbes. Let me tell you why. She is highly rude, conceited, and passive aggressive. Okay, anytime Elena did something, there was Caroline right there, by the way. Caroline was definitely right there. She was like, oh my god, are you really gonna do that, Elena? Then she hated Elena. You guys can't tell me anything. I know for a fact that she hated Elena. I just can't prove it. Chased all the guys besides the one who wanted her for her. Let's be realistic. All of us wanted to see Caroline with Klaus. This is where I really started to hate Caroline because yes. Anyway, the reason that I hated Caroline was because instead of just being with Klaus and just accepting like Elena had to accept that she actually loved Damon and not Stefan, Caroline was deeply in denial and then would turn around and beat up on Elena for the exact same reason that she was going away from Klaus. Let's be realistic. Caroline liked Klaus, she didn't want to admit it. Okay, she chased all the guys except for Klaus. She went after Matt, she went after Stefan. We can't consider Damon because Damon was an a-hole to her. Yes, I did not forget about that. Trust me, I did not, okay? Yeah, basically, I'm not gonna lie. She should have, I feel like Caroline would probably be like number 4, number 3 on this list if only she went for Klaus. I don't know why she didn't, okay? I guess we have to blame the lady who wrote this show. But yeah, I'm not gonna lie. No, that made no sense. Okay, she was also, let's not forget about the time that she tried to set Klaus up to be slaughtered by like, what, 12 hybrids?
Answer me! Answer!
Hello, can we talk about that? She literally was mad. Well, was Caroline mad? Remember when Klaus like drowned Tyler's mom because of like the hybrids? I don't know. I don't remember. But she was very self-centered. You guys say Elena thought the show, like everything was about her. Yeah, so did Caroline apparently. Felt bad for her because she was always getting kidnapped. I'm not gonna lie, if you guys, okay, this is not funny. It's not funny. If you guys don't remember, in like the first, like maybe like first couple of seasons that Caroline was like turned, she was always getting kidnapped. I don't know what that was about. Like, she got kidnapped by like Tyler's woofy friends. She got kidnapped by her own dad. And then she got kidnapped by the heretics. I don't know what it was about Caroline, but she stayed getting kidnapped, bro. It was like, I don't know. I felt really bad for her then. Because even though I don't like her, who wants to see Caroline tortured? I mean, it's Caroline. But yeah, that was pretty sad. Her cry is really sad too. Got abused by Damon and also did not agree with that personally. Now, I'm not gonna lie. Damon was also an a-hole, trust me. He does not get a pass for what he did. That was very weirdo behavior. Matt Donovan is number 6 for me because in earlier seasons, he was not as annoying. Do you guys see this face? This face is the face of someone who is highly annoying.
If it weren't for you and Damon, it's an endless cycle. Penny.
Okay. But yeah, in the later seasons, he got really annoying, more annoying than he was in the earlier seasons. And then in the earlier seasons, he was mad at Stefan because he was dating Elena. Like, okay. Anyway, he was too nosy for me. I'm not gonna lie, me personally, I would have spazzed on Matt a couple of times because he just had nothing but audacity in my opinion. He hates vampires, but he kind of had a point. I'm not gonna lie. But I feel like Matt actually, like, I don't know. I think he just blamed everything on vampires, but realistically, I guess a vampire did kill his sister, so. Okay, these are the final rankings of the characters, right? So we have Stefan, Bonnie, and Elena in S tier. Again, these characters are probably my top 5 characters. Top 3 characters. In A tier, we have nobody. It would have been Damon, but like I said earlier, trust me, you guys, I did not forget what he did to Caroline, okay? So he had to go in D by default. Matt is in C, and Caroline is also in C. Not because her name starts with a C, but because I just can't get behind Caroline's character. I'm not gonna lie, her character is a little bit annoying to me. I feel like she's very mean sometimes. In the earlier seasons, she was pretty rude to Elena for no reason. So yeah, she was pretty cool as a vampire with no humanity though. I like no humanity Caroline, so yeah, if that counts for anything. Matt is in C. Because, again, like I said earlier, Matt hated vampires, but I feel like Matt had a point, so he gets C for that. D is not for Damon because his name is Damon. It's actually because he was an a-hole in the earlier seasons. He killed Vicky because he was bored. He used to attack basically everybody in Mystic Falls just because. He abused Caroline. That's the main reason that he's in D tier, because even with those reasons I listed before, he still could have made it to C, but because he did what he did to Caroline, he has to go to D. Also, Tyler's in D because Tyler also tried to, abuse Vicky as well, if we remember. He treated her like crap. He tried to do something in the woods. If Jeremy wasn't there, who knows what would happen to Vicky. So yeah, Tyler's also in D in red because of that as well. Also, his character had no influence on the show, so he would have been in C, but yeah. Anyway, hopefully you guys like this video. I'm not gonna lie, I actually enjoy doing this video. It's just a lot of talking, so yeah, hopefully you guys got my point of most of these characters. But yeah, if you guys like this series, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, turn on post notifications, and again, if you disagree with anything I said, go ahead and let me know. Which part did you not agree with? Which part did you think I was crazy? Which part were you like, okay, she has a point? Also, who's your most favorite character and who's your most least favorite character? Let me know down below. I'm actually curious. Also, let me know if anybody actually likes Elena's character. From what I've seen on TikTok and Instagram all these years of watching Vampire Diaries, everybody hates Elena for no reason. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. If you guys do like this, let me know what show you want to see next. If you want to see the Vampire Diaries again, if you want to see more characters, storylines, or rating the seasons, I can definitely do that. Yeah, I've watched it probably like 5, 6, 7 times, maybe even 8. I've watched the show a whole bunch of times, and I just recently finished it, so yeah, I'm probably gonna watch it again in the next year. But, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and go. I love you guys. W Night Crew. If you don't know, I'm Nyx. You're the Night Crew. That is what I call my community here. So subscribe to the channel. Turn on post notifications. These videos will be daily, of course. Let me know if you want me to react to anything like snacks, pizza, food, drinks, brands, anything. I'll be cool with. But yeah, I love you guys. W Night Crew. And I will see you guys on the next video.